Hello! Hello everyone!
Hello, welcome to the JADEYRAE of Manga.
Video!
If you thought of me in manga, what would you say the answer was?
What, in manga form?
Yeah, if I were a manga, what would I be?
You would be Pokemon Adventures.
I like that! I'll take that! Would I be a particular Pokemon, or would I just encompass the whole?
You would encompass all... Well, I was going to say all 151, but I know there's more than that.
There's a lot more.
There's a lot more than 151.
Unless we're just doing Gen 1. Anyway, we're not here to debate Pokemon. We are here because Gavin has a challenge for me.
Yes.
As our seasoned expert in all things manga.
Please, I'm still new at it myself.
So humble. He has a little stack, and we are going to work our way through the JADEYRAE of manga.
Oh, that's good. Applause, applause, applause. But there is one thing I haven't told Jadeyraereads.
Oh no.
Is that not only do I just have one option for each letter, you have a choice.
Oh, I didn't know I was getting a choice.
Okay, you do have a choice for most of the letters.
Okay.
A not so much, because
Oh, okay. Was A difficult?
A was fine. A.
Oh, E.
A.
Sorry, yeah.
It's my accent. Okay. Because the Geordies should go fuck themselves. It's the E. And you've got two E's.
There is two E's, yeah.
Yeah, and that was the
Okay.
hardest one, but there is an option for the other ones.
Okay.
So, should I get the first two options?
Yeah, let's begin. I am not going to know what's coming next until I've completed the first letter as well, so we'll be working our way through. So this is for
J.
the J.
Yeah, this is for the J. You might expect these ones. So there's
I have
thoughts.
ideas,
Mm-hmm.
but
Okay,
proceed.
proceed. Okay, your first options are Jujutsu Kaisen.
I knew that was coming.
Mhm. I like the first volume of this one. It was really good.
Okay.
And the other one is JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. And you get to choose. You gotta choose.
Okay, I feel like I have heard of this
Mhm.
a lot more than I have this.
Well, this has been...
You've read both of
I've
them.
read both of these. I have a feeling I know which one you would prefer. I will say this one is a little bit older.
A little bit older.
It's actually longer running than One Piece.
Is it?
There are 133 volumes of
Oh,
this.
okay, not that much longer. Yeah.
133
Okay.
volumes of this or something like that. And Jujutsu Kaisen is like the more newer kind of one. JoJo's Bizarre Adventures, there's a Bizarre Adventure, that's all I really know. Jujutsu Kaisen, you'll have to wait and find out.
Well, I'm going for that one, aren't I? Yeah. I'll
Jujutsu
do
Kaisen?
Jujutsu Kaisen. Yeah.
You have that.
Thank you.
And then this one, we'll burn the one that doesn't get picked.
Right, let's
Go.
get
Let's start the
cracking.
challenge.
Yay!
Great. Okay, I'm just turning around because I want to keep the next one secret.
Okay, don't look at Gavin.
Don't look at me.
If I hold the book this side, then you can't see Gavin being.
Yeah.
There we go. No, Gavin. Gavin's not. Oh, there he is. Jesus. I just finished this. Really weird, but I really liked it. It gave me odd vibes in a similar way to Toilet Bound. And Toilet Bound is one of my favourite mangas. I haven't read that many, but Toilet Bound is one I'm like up to date with and love. And it gave me similar vibes to that in terms of the main character being kind of chaotic and the way that the creatures in this like manifest, the way that they form, the bizarre look to them very much reminded me of the way that they do in Toilet Bound, and just a similar sort of level of weirdness. There was also moments of grossness, like when he eats the finger. Weird, but I enjoyed. I had a good time. I definitely think I would continue this. Rating wise, I think it would get probably like a 4-star.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I liked this a lot. I would continue. I would continue. I will continue, I think. So I'll need to get my mitts on some of these because I liked. So starting strong. Eager to see what's next on the list.
So, we have two options.
Okay.
But if you don't pick one of these options that I picked, we're not going to be friends anymore. So I technically only really have one option, but I am going to give you two options, but you really only have one.
Okay.
So,
And just for anyone who can't spell, this is the A.
Yes. I was like, wait, what? Oh yeah, it's the A. It is, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
I got the A.
Yeah.
I got the A options. Okay, so the first option, I'm not 100% sure how to say it. I think it's the Ancient Magus Bride or Magus Bride.
Okay.
So this one is a girl who ends up living with this skullhead guy. I've read this and I can't explain it,
Okay.
but it is good. She has magic fairies and other fantastical things happen. She learns things. The next one is the one that you're reading it.
I don't have a choice.
You don't have a choice.
That was just a tease.
That was
really.
just a tease, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Ascendance of a Bookworm. This is one of my recent favourites. It is about a college girl who gets killed on the first page by her books. They fall on her, and she's a huge book lover. She's a huge bookworm, and she reawakens, I think, in an alternate universe where she's a little girl in a world where there is barely any books, and now she's setting out to make her own book. And it is amazing.
Very different vibes to the J.
Yes, which is why I think you should go for this one.
Okay.
So, no contest.
Right, this it is then. I like the blue hair. She does look cute.
She's very cute.
We'll give it a go. And another one done.
Another one bites the dust.
Boom, boom, boom.
Another one bites the dust.
This was really cute. This is kind of an odd... It almost feels like a weird dream.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
Yeah, like the girl dies on the first page, as
Yeah.
you said. That's, literally the first page. We don't know anything about this woman.
Nope, just like she loves books.
I was crushed by my books and died.
I mean, relatable.
And then the next page, opening her eyes in this little girl's body
Mm-hmm.
in a medieval European town.
Yeah, that seems like it's hundreds of years in the past.
Yeah.
But I've had people tell me it's just like an alternate reality or an alternate universe. So I'm not 100% sure what it is. I think because it is based off of a light novel, so I think the light novel explains more of what happens to her. But this is just like the manga version of the light novel.
Yeah. But it feels like a medieval European town, city sort of thing, where there is no paper, only the royals are literate or the nobles are literate, and no books, no paper, and she wants books.
Can you imagine?
Yeah.
Could you imagine waking up in a world where you couldn't just read? It's just disgusting.
Yeah, I would be so bored.
Yeah, like what would they do?
I don't know. Well, work, apparently, is the answer.
No thanks.
Harvest and sew and weave.
Not for me.
Not for me.
Mm-hmm.
But I enjoyed it. I think I enjoyed Jujutsu a little bit more. JJK a little bit more.
That's more like chill, isn't it? It's like more like cozy.
It's cozy.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? This is not that they're similar,
Mm-hmm.
but Little Witch Academia.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Like kind of the vibes I wanted that to have. But yeah, like the vibes I wanted Little Witch Academia to have. Like this feels more cutesy than that did, because that just confused me.
Yeah, same.
Like although this feels like a weird dream, like it makes sense. Maybe like a 3.5 star.
That's good. Yeah, that's good. That doesn't break my heart. That doesn't quite break my
Yeah.
heart. Are you interested to find out if she gets her goal of getting a book?
I'm not compelled in a way to like be like, oh my god, I need to know where the story goes.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm not invested.
Maybe one more volume.
But I think it's one that if I just wanted something cute and cozy,
They could just knock out in an hour.
then yeah. But
Okay.
it's not like, oh my god, I need the next volume because I need to know what happens. What happens is she's gonna run into more issues as to why she can't do this. Like, she's thinking all about paper, she hasn't thought about ink.
Oh yeah, this is why it's a big ass series. Like she's gonna get the ink, she's gonna get the book binding,
She
she's
doesn't
gonna get
even
the
know how
words.
to write.
Yeah, like it's good. And I also love the fact as well that she is somebody who was used to a bigger body, and like now she has all of the limitations
Yeah,
of being a child. Yeah. I just love that.
Interesting, for sure. So, yeah. It's...
Yeah, rank them. So like at the minute,
So, at the minute,
Juju,
Juju's top at the minute.
Juju's
yeah.
top, and then Ascendance.
Yeah. We need the D.
Yeah, and speaking of the D, the first option, Dick Fight Island.
I should have foreseen this.
Dick Fight Island is number 1. And guess what? It's got dicks. It's got the D.
It's got the D. I should have known.
It puts the D in Jadeyraereads. Yeah, so Dick Fight Island is the first one. I mean, it needs no introduction.
Yeah.
Absolutely needs no introduction.
Mm-hmm.
Essentially an island where people fight with their dicks. And it's like a coliseum as well, so people watch and they spectate. And the first to make the other person orgasm wins.
So the one who orgasms loses?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, so you got to make the other person orgasm, and then they lose if they do, and then you win. Honestly, it's riveting. Steph gave this 5 stars, and she did not expect to give it 5 stars.
Okay.
It's actually wholesome.
It's actually wholesome.
It's wholesome. And then, and then the second one is
Dick Fight Island 2.
To be fair, you could read it out of order. I didn't think of that. I brought Dr. Stone. This one is set in a world where there is like this event that turns every single person into stone. And then I think it's like 1,000 years later or something like that, 2 people wake up. And it's now in this world where like they have no idea what's going on. They have to survive in this new world and also figure out like what actually happened to them. Like, why is everyone turned to stone? I don't know.
Well, how do I pick?
I know. What will you do?
Naturally, this is one that I would gravitate towards, but I cannot hide my curiosity.
Yeah.
Like, it would be ingenuine of me to say that I didn't kind of want to read it. There is no other circumstance, I think, where this will be, like, here for me to read, you know? What the fuck?
Look at that.
'Tis the next day. I spent this morning reading Dick Fight Island.
What a great thing to wake up reading.
Yeah. This, I will admit, wasn't what... Well, it was what I thought it was going to be. Mm-hmm. But it did have an underlying, heartwarming story of true love.
Right.
Yeah, and people, you know, they have their loves and what they want to achieve, but the expectations of their society, it was deep. It was deep.
Oh, yeah, lots of deep stuff in it. Yeah. And you don't want to say too much and get the video demonetized.
No. But at the same time, yeah, the title tells you most of what you need to know. I definitely didn't dislike it.
That's good.
It was entertaining.
Yay.
And I think, this is going to sound ridiculous, I think I was more interested in the characters in this one than I was in this one.
That's strange, but okay.
I think the characters are more, like, they actually have personalities.
Yeah.
More so. Whereas I think some of the characters in this, other than our main character, they are just names and faces.
They're just there.
Whereas there's a bigger cast of characters in this. And they all actually have personalities and roles and...
Yeah, see, it's good.
So on.
Everyone always writes it off because it sounds silly. And it does sound silly.
It does sound silly, and it is silly.
Yeah. It has a silly premise.
Yeah, but there is a story. Mm-hmm. I think, rating-wise, I would probably again go for a 3.5.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Honestly, I was expecting it to be fair.
I didn't dislike it. It made me laugh.
Mm-hmm.
How certain aspects of this story like transcend the human experience and they're just like mesmerized and it's like in the cosmos experiencing bliss.
Yep.
It was fun. It was weird.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's probably like on par. So I think, I mean...
Oh, we're going down. We're going down. It's actually spelling out Jade so far.
It is, yeah. Yeah, we've got the J, the A, the D. Which means E comes next. Gavin, explain the E situation.
So I haven't really read any E's myself, but there were 2 that caught my eye as well that I probably would read too. Mm-hmm. But they're both on the Shonen Jump app, which is on my iPad. Okay. So you don't really get a choice exactly because I can't give you the choices because then you'll know what the next E is. So
Yes.
I would just like pick one for you to read first, unless, because we're going book shopping, unless we see something out in the wild.
We might find an E in the wild.
Mm-hmm.
We might not. But on that note,
Yeah.
let's go book shopping.
Yay!
We made it to Waterstones. We're in Waterstones and we are in the manga section. Vlogception. The manga section. So we are looking for an E that Gavin may want to potentially replace one of his prior selected E's with. Which I still don't know what is. So let's go on the hunt for some E's and see what we can find.
Yeah, one of the ones that I picked for you is here, but I don't want to say which one.
Okay.
But there's another one that I'm like, oh,
There's not a great deal of options for E.
there really isn't. Nothing like jumps out at you, does there?
And I've got 2 E's to get through. Oh, that looks fun. Eden's Zero. Path to Destiny. Oh, an abandoned amusement park. Rebecca and her cat companion Happy appear at the park's front gate. Oh, that actually sounds nice. That one sounds good. Have you read this one at all?
Nope. I have not. Well,
I like the sound of that.
Just doing loggy stuff. Jade, there's more Sentence of a Bookworm, you know?
Is there?
Yeah, and I've never seen a Sentence of a Bookworm in a store before.
Gavin has revealed that the next E is here.
Yes.
This is the next E, but he doesn't own it physically. He
No.
only owns it on his iPad. So I think we are pinching. We're not pinching. We will pay
I was
for.
going to say.
We're not stealing.
I was going to say we're not doing
No
that.
thievery, but we are going to take this. The Elusive Samurai. Sounds like it's got some political intrigue in there. Could be fun for me.
And I haven't
So
read it,
let's-
so I'll be working off your
Oh yeah, it's
recommendation.
actually not a recommendation this time.
No.
Well, I'll let you know if it's any good.
Yay.
We are back from the book shopping. Gavlar is there behind me. So we did find some E's, but I still don't really know what Gavin's options for me are for the E.
I may as well show you the one that we did get from the shop today, because it was going to be on here anyway. It is The Elusive Samurai. And whether or not you read it, it's yours anyway, so...
It shouldn't be, because this is me reading your books.
And then the other one is The Emperor and I, Volume 1. So this one...
Is that a penguin?
It is a penguin. So one day, something emerges from high school girl Keiho's refrigerator, an emperor penguin. The largest of all penguins, when this emperor joins the household, fun and wacky antics with family and friends ensue. So definitely different to Dick Fight Island and Jujutsu Kaisen.
That's a penguin!
That is a penguin. And I love the fact as well, when you go on the actual page, it says, high school girl and her penguin, enough said.
Oh man.
So you can choose.
I kind of want to read the penguin.
You kind of want to read the penguin one?
That does mean I have to read it on your iPad.
That's fine to me.
But-
That is absolutely fine to me.
Oh man.
It's all I used to read. I only read manga on
I
this.
do want to read this as well, though.
Well, it's yours now, so you can read it whenever you want.
Well,
Let's do it.
let's read The Emperor.
And I gotta hope it's good.
You need a case on this,
I
my
do.
friend.
I do. I got the wrong size for it.
This is risky. Well, the Penguin book was the quickest thing I've ever read. It was cute. However, you haven't read it. This
I
is going to
haven't
be
read it.
news to you as well.
Yeah, I'm excited.
It was cute, but it didn't have a plot. There isn't, like, a story. It's similar to Doomsday with My Dog in terms of it's just panels of this is a funny thing the penguin did. This is another thing the penguin did. This is what happened one day with the penguin. Like, there's not a story. The first panel is her finding the penguin in her fridge. And it's like, oh, great, now I have a penguin. And then each, like, little chapter, they're only, like, a couple of pages, is just a thing that happens with the penguin.
Yes.
Like, he steals an apple and, like, hides it under his belly like an egg. And he befriends a neighbourhood cat. And he has a shower.
Oh,
you know? Like,
very
just,
random
just
stuff.
random snippets of the life with the penguin. Not really a a plot or a story, but it was cute. The weakest so far, because it's not a story, but it was cute.
I'm kind of glad, because that means one of the ones that I recommended personally isn't at the bottom yet.
Absolutely. Yet. So that was the E. So I don't have that one physically, obviously, but we are literally JADE.
Oh,
like,
God.
we're still in order, going down.
God, it's getting worse. At least nothing's been, like, terribly offensive.
Oh, no, nothing's been bad. But yeah, that was the E, so now it's time for the Y.
Why?
Because that comes next.
I bet you have zero idea what these could be. Could you even guess?
The only one that begins with Y that I know of is it Yona? Yora? Something to do with dawn?
Yeah, yes it is.
Yona!
And you know what? I think you would have really liked this one. Because it is a princess of a kingdom on her 16th birthday. Murder.
Oh!
And she has to flee the palace. A lot of political intrigue. Royalty. Adventure. Danger. And this is shoujo as well. It's not shonen. Which I feel like, you know, like One Piece, Jujutsu Kaisen. I mean, to be fair, actually, you've only read one shonen so far. So that's actually... Oh, no, two, because the penguin one. So that's actually not too bad. But this is shoujo. So that's that one.
Okay.
And the other one I know you will have heard of, because it's a little bit of a throwback.
Is it? Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yu-Gi-Oh, yeah.
Yu-Gi-Oh!
Do you even know...
I don't know anything about Yu-Gi-Oh!
But it's like something that was kind of popular back with like Digimon, Pokemon.
The cards were a thing. I was a Pokemon kid.
Same.
Like, there were
Same.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Kids and there were Pokemon kids.
Yes, and there were Digimon kids as well.
Yeah, the Digimon kids weren't cool. Sorry.
But yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah,
So it's
Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yugi. He loves games and challenges. He gets possessed by the king of games, and he challenges people. Like, I remember, like, this isn't really a spoiler because it's like just a random thing, but I remember there's a person who takes someone hostage, and he plays a game with them, and he has to like win the game. And he's like, he is imbued by the king of games spirit. And it's like ancient Egyptian artifacts. There is like a puzzle. There is like a full-on game kind of element to this. It is very, very intriguing, and it is like a bit of a classic one, but it's still very intriguing as well.
I actually don't know which one I would rather read.
I would love to know in the comments as well. You know, when you've picked one and you've kind of given up another one, if people would have picked something different.
That's a good question.
What would you have picked?
Yeah, what would you have picked?
For each letter, yeah.
I'm curious about both of them, because we've got the royal political intrigue, but then we've got the action adventure game.
Should Finn pick?
Oh,
Pet pick?
Pet pick.
Pet pick?
Ah, that's a good idea. Which ball would you rather have? He just lays down.
None of them.
Which one?
He's like, I'm not a performing monkey.
Which one do you want? This is not helpful.
It's really not.
Oh.
Oh, he's licking the Yona one. Oh, but he's also licking the Yu-Gi-Oh!
Oh.
Well, which one's
He's taken Yu-Gi-Oh!
He took Yu-Gi-Oh! Okay.
The yellow ball for Yu-Gi-Oh! Okay, that's the one I'm reading.
That's the winner.
Thanks, Finny boy. You were very helpful.
You're the best. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. So I've just finished Yu-Gi-Oh!
And it is an uh-oh. It is an uh-oh.
It's a little bit of an uh-oh.
I think you would have loved Yona the Dawn as well.
That's such a shame. Finn, why? Why did you pick this?
I know, right? Oh yeah, because it was Finn who picked
It was
it.
Finn's choice. He picked the yellow ball.
It was sabotage.
I think overwhelmingly my feeling on this is I was bored. I think I expected a bit more of the adventure, Egyptian game, puzzle thing, and instead we got a wannabe jigsaw.
Yeah. Was it also episodic from what I remember? Like a different...
like there's not a plot.
No, it's just...
Similarly to the penguin one. Like, just each chapter is Yugi finding another person to play a game with. And he is proper Jigsaw-like. Like, you're going to play a game with me. And then stabs him. You know? Like, he doesn't quite stab them. That's a bit dramatic. He makes them stab themselves. Even more Jigsaw-like.
Yeah, it is.
It's
Inflicting the pain on
literally
themselves.
like, how can we make Saw for kids?
Except I think that came first. Or maybe Saw was inspired by
maybe
this.
Saw was like, how can we make Yu-Gi-Oh! But darker?
Yeah. That's actually a really good way of putting it.
Yeah, just not what I was expecting. There's a card game based off this. I don't get it.
Yeah.
I don't get it, because this is not what I expected it to be at all. Like, yeah, he builds this little puzzle box and it grants his wish, gives him this weird game power.
This puzzle box hadn't been ever, like, solved.
It hadn't ever been solved.
And he's the first one to do it, and that's how he gets...
Yeah.
The more you talk about it, the more it's coming back to me now.
That's how he gets the shadow game power. But all that does is... Sorry, spoilers. All it does is when someone wrongs his soul, the shadow game takes over him like some sort of possession, and he turns into Jigsaw.
Yeah. Well, it was a dud.
It was a dud. Not a fan of Yu-Gi-Oh! It just wasn't at all what I thought it was going to be, and I don't understand how there's a full card game and TV show and everything.
It has lots of spin-offs
about
as well. It has lots of spin-offs.
I don't get it.
You're going to be pissing off a lot of these Yu-Gi-Oh! Fans.
I'm really sorry, I just don't understand. Like, I expected kind of like action-adventure, and I got a high school where a kid gets back at some bullies.
Mm-hmm. It's a revenge.
Because he's possessed by Jigsaw. I'm sorry, I think I would give it like maybe like a 2-star.
2 out of 5.
Yeah, maybe a 2-star. It is...
Under the Emperor book?
Under the Emperor book. So imagine the Emperor book is here because that's on Gab's iPad. But we've got JADEYRAE.
Shit in hell. So it's like, how can we get worse?
How do we get worse than that with an R?
And to be fair, I haven't read the R options myself.
Oh no!
Literally, you asked still an amateur. An amateur.
An amateur.
On this manga. See, if only your name was Jadeyrae, and I could just keep reading One Piece. Jadeyrae.
Jadeyrae.
I could have made you read One Piece.
Changing my name. We want the R.
We do. Okay, so we have the one that I got today.
Oh!
It's the one I got today. Ragnar Crimson.
That looks very good.
It, honestly, from the back of it, it has dragon hunters, warriors, silver weapons who kill their prey for bounty, and there's a master dragon slayer with more kills to her name than almost any other.
That sounds so good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it does. So
can't possibly be worse than Yu-Gi-Oh!
And honestly, I like the art style as well. The art style looks pretty good.
And you haven't read this.
And I haven't.
You just spotted it today.
I did, yeah, because I needed to know. And also this.
Oh, one of mine.
Yes, one of yours.
Oh, Reign of the Seven Spellblades. I feel like I should pick this because I own it.
No, because then you can read it anytime. I want to
read this.
Yeah.
But this sounds good. Dragon. And I've also never heard of it.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Looks dark.
It looks dark. It looks action-packed.
Ooh. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one.
I'm going to read this.
Hopefully, we book the trend.
If this is worse...
Oh, it can't be worse.
Then you...
It can't be worse.
It can't... Well...
It's actually the fact that I thought Dick Fight Island would be your worst one as well.
Absolutely not. Dick Fight Island... Dick Fight Island was so much better than Yu-Gi-Oh! That seems like such a bizarre phrase to have just come out of my mouth.
That it does.
My camera battery is flashing though, so I'm going to read this.
And we'll see you after a piss.
I'm obsessed.
We've got a winner chicken dinner.
Obsessed. I loved it. I loved it so much. This was so good. This was exciting. It was funny. Bon appetit. When you feed your enemy a bomb and watch them explode from the inside. Bon appetit. Dragons and dragon hunters But you know how sometimes when people talk about dragon hunters and it's like, oh no, those poor dragons. No. Fuck those dragons.
Okay, they're bad dragons.
Yeah. Those dragons aren't nice dragons.
Those dragons need to get killed.
Yeah, I'm on the side of the dragon hunters in this occasion. But there is a character who, I'm not going to say, like, who they are or what they've done. But they are someone and they have done something. And there is, like, a thing. I can't say anything because Gavin's going to read it. And I don't want to spoil it for him.
It's a thing. Trusted it'd be the one that I didn't personally read or recommend.
But you found it. I have never heard of this before.
I found it, but I couldn't have recommended it, really. It just sounded like your thing.
I've never heard of it before. Gavin's never heard of it before until spotting it today. Ragnar Crimson. Yeah, there's 11 volumes out at the minute. And
the first thing Jay did as soon as she finished was check to see when she could get the next volumes.
Yeah.
How many there were,
whether I could buy them all.
That's a sign of a great manga.
I really like this. I feel buzzed from reading it.
Well,
like, I'm so excited about it and I want to continue.
Even on a scale of other manga volume ones that you've read, would you still rate it quite high?
Other volume ones.
Yeah. Is it like insta-love? Is it insta-love?
I think it of all of the volume ones I have read.
Doomsday with a Dog. Favourite. It's your favourite.
I think this is my favourite volume one.
Very interesting. You have got me wanting to read it. You've sold it to me.
But this is very much like my genre.
I mean, I like Berserk, and it just sounds like it could be a little bit, oh, well, Berserk doesn't... Oh, does it have dragons?
I think this is my cup of tea. And there's, like, a lot of flashbacks, but an element of, like, timey-wimey stuff. Bless you. And I love it when there's timey-wimey stuff. So just that little sprinkle of timey-wimey. And I'm like, ooh.
Oh.
Gobble that up.
Like,
But with the violence and the dragons and the strange alliance. Top of the pile.
You just want to eat it now?
I want the rest of it so badly. Definitely number one on the stack. So we're no longer going Jadeyrae. We're now going JD. Oh, it's so good. I recommend. 10 out of 10.
At least we've got one.
I think it would get 5 stars.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad we got at least one 5-star on the blog.
Yeah. I kind of feel bad that it's one that you haven't read, so you didn't recommend.
I know. I literally wanted to send it to the bookworm to win, but obviously no.
No. Well, it's still third.
Yeah, third for now.
Yeah. That means we are back to A.
We are. I'm not sure
back to A.
which one I'm going to pull out first.
Okay, let's find out. You can't even see Gav. He's here.
Do we want to see, mate?
Always.
Okay. Well, so...
What we got for an A?
For A, we have...
Attack on Titan. Okay.
Attack on Titan. This actually would be one of my favourite volume ones. I'm not going to lie.
Okay, alright.
This was incredibly exciting. It won my 30 manga in 30 days ranking.
Yes.
And it was just a phenomenal first volume. It was just exciting. It's pretty dystopian about a world where there are these massive titans that eat humans. So any human survivors are now in like these settlements. And as you can see from the very first volume, a titan has found them. So
clearly.
Yeah. And obviously it's terrifying because have you seen how...
He doesn't have any skin.
Yes.
So it's just muscle.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they're massive. Absolutely
That's
massive.
kind of creepy.
But it's honestly so action-packed, so exciting. I cannot wait. I'm doing a full reading blog of these soon, so that's why I haven't continued.
Series, isn't it?
34 volumes.
Okay, not as big as I thought.
No, not quite, but still pretty big.
Okay, well, that's a good option.
And then the next one was one that has been recommended to me so many times that I read it on the train here just to ensure that I read it beforehand.
Okay.
And I enjoyed it. I did.
Okay.
And it is The Apothecary Diaries.
Very different vibes.
Very different vibe.
Very different vibe.
This is a young woman. She is trained in like herbal medicine and stuff, except she's kidnapped and taken to the palace essentially and forced to work there. And there are mysteries going on, and she brews potions and solves mysteries essentially.
Ooh, that sounds cute.
It's both like from the first volume I got wholesome vibes, but also a little bit dark vibes because there is,
Wholesome but dark.
yeah, there are people dying, you know, as well, and she has to solve like some mysteries through like medicine and stuff like that. So this has been very highly recommended to me, and I was glad I read it on the train here.
Immediately, I'm drawn more to that.
So
I
you
think I'm
this
going to
one?
go for this one. Yeah. You liked it, yeah?
I did. I did like it. I love this, but I read it while I hadn't read it all.
Favorite volume 1.
Maybe not more than One Piece, Volume 1, which is just iconic to me, like too iconic.
That
but, like,
started an era, really, didn't
yeah,
it? So.
but maybe, who knows, maybe after you finish this vlog and everything, you might have time to give it a cheeky little read.
Yeah, maybe. But I think for the A in this, for
Yes.
this rating, I'm going to go for The Apothecary Diaries. I have finished The Apothecary Diaries. At about
I haven't heard anything, by the way.
Yeah,
this is all the
Gav
first
doesn't
time
know
I'm
my
hearing
thoughts.
things.
At about halfway, I was thinking like, oh, this is a bit creepy. I don't know if I like this. But then one of the other characters said something about that creepy character, and it was like, oh, it's kind of funny.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
It's kind of like, it's not like shown as a good thing, like that creepy character. It's like not like that's just accepted in a way.
Yeah, but I think we don't know enough about that creepy character's intention.
Yes.
And if they're actually creepy or just...
The way of life. The way of his life. Or her.
Like, there
or
was
their.
a line where he said, like, I see the way she looks at me as if one would a caterpillar, and it thrills me. Like, he wants to be absolutely degraded by her.
Maybe he has some kind of... Did it just actually...
Some sort of kink, maybe?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Wait, you can cut this out if you want, but like, did he say something about having a masochist? Like, I'm a bit of a masochist.
No, he said he's not.
Oh, he's
He said,
not.
I'm not a masochist.
Oh.
But
Maybe he's bringing
the way
yeah.
that she... I think it's like, because so many other people fawn over him,
And
like
she
having
isn't.
someone not, and actually like kind of be like, you're gross.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, how exciting.
Maybe.
Which is why I'm like, I think it's creepy, but then the way she's just like so like, absolutely not, don't touch me.
Yeah.
And he gets a thrill out of that. It's like, is it kind of just funny? I don't know.
Well, you're just going to have to read on and find out.
Anyway, that's not the plot. That's just one odd character.
One aspect of it, yeah.
So our main character, like Mao Mao, is a kidnapped servant. And they discover that she can read and write and is actually an apothecary and can be useful as a food taster. And some. So yeah, she's being kind of put to work. I like the head handmaiden.
Mm-hmm.
The head handmaiden was nice. The way that she supports Momo in... I don't want to spoil anything.
But it feels like there will be some good supporting characters.
Yeah, and I'm just intrigued by that dude. I can't even remember his name. That dude.
What's his guy?
Junshi.
What's his guy?
He has other plans for her.
Oh.
What are they?
Oh.
I don't know. So, I liked it. I didn't love it, but I liked it. I'm intrigued.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's around that, again, 3.5, 4 sort of area.
Okay, that seems to be the average.
So, I'm wondering whether it comes above Ascendance or below Ascendance.
Ooh, well, I know which one I prefer.
You prefer Ascendance.
I'm obsessed with Ascendance.
Yeah. Like, Ascendance was cute, but I just don't think it
had
enough substance.
I read it at the right time, I think.
Maybe I had a slightly better time with Ascendance. Like, on reflection, I'm saying, like, it doesn't have that much substance. But at the time, I had a good time.
Yes.
Whereas this one, at the time, I'm like, that's kind of creepy. But then when I finished it and on reflection, I'm like, is it there? I don't know. I'm intrigued.
Yeah.
So they are very similar, but I think I'm going to go for under Ascendance.
Right.
This is the stack. And the Emperor Penguin one would be in here.
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting about that one. Keep forgetting about that one.
If we had it. That's how we're going. We've got R, J, A, A. The A's have ended up together.
Oh, that's
D, E, why.
I would love to know, had you gone the other options I picked, how that would have looked. I really
Stay
would
tuned
have.
for round 2 where I read all the options I didn't pick.
Get the sequel.
So that means there is just one more left.
One letter, yeah.
One left, which
And
is an E.
it was also on my iPad, but we did say it today in Wata Stands. But do we really know what it's about?
Absolutely not.
Yeah, I don't think I know what it's about either, but it is medieval Japan, and that sells
Medieval
me.
Japan. I remember saying there's some sort of political something or other.
Yes, and we love ourselves some
The elusive samurai.
See,
Medieval Japan.
I didn't know about the Eden one.
Eden.
So I didn't know if you wanted to pick between them.
No. This is directed by Gavin.
Yes, I did. I picked it before I saw it once.
Yeah,
so
you did.
But it's just better to have it in physically than it is on
Because
the
we
iPad.
keep forgetting about
We
the
do.
Emperor.
I feel bad.
Poor Emperor Penguin.
Mm-hmm.
The clan is in decline. The peaceful days are over. There's betrayal. A survivor is an heir to the throne. He's got no idea what to do, so he'll do what he does best. Run away. The last one?
The last one.
Are we going out with a bang?
I bloody hope so. Let's go out with a bang, not a fizzle. Bon appetit.
Bon appetit. Let's go.
Good morning. Afternoon now. Very much afternoon.
We can pretend it's morning.
I have just finished the last manga for this challenge.
And I haven't heard a single word about it, really, so I'm excited.
Ta-da! Elusive Samurai, Volume 1, has been completed. This was way more violent than I thought it was going to be, I guess. But also, medieval Japan, like, of course it was going to be violent. But I just didn't expect there to be so much, like, on-page beheading. Because that happened a few times.
Yeah.
Lots of, like, on-page gruesome death. But this is rated for teens.
Yeah, that's odd for it to be.
Surprising, I think, with how much. Or then again, a lot of manga is quite violent, isn't it?
Yeah, but like I guess not like having heads separated from bodies and stuff like that. There was probably a lot of blood too, was there?
Yeah, fair bit. I don't know.
Mm.
But yeah, medieval Japan with the emperor being all... What's the word? What am I looking for?
Tyrannical?
Yeah, tyrannical. And there's betrayals and certain, like, clans and stuff being absolutely wiped out, and our elusive samurai guy is, like, the rightful heir to the Hojo clan. But there was a betrayal, and everyone from his clan was brutally murdered.
Oh my god.
Lots of beheadings. So, yeah, he needs to learn how to become a hero, but his one skill is running away. What are you doing?
I didn't want you to notice.
I liked it. I didn't love it. I had a good time. Not a great time. Would I continue? Maybe, but not like a high priority. I think this would be around probably that 3.5 mark.
3.5 seems to be the sweet spot.
Well, I would say 5 is the sweet spot.
I mean, for this, for long. 3.5
There
is
seems
the
to be
sweet
a fair bit in the 3.5 range. So I think I would put this under the Apothecary Diaries. And this is my final ranking stack. My final stack of the Jadeyrae of manga ranked.
Amazing. Show-stopping.
10 out of 10 would recommend, would do again.
Yay! Let's do it again. Let's do a sequel. Let's do the ones that you didn't pick. Oh, actually, good question. Out of the ones that, which were 5 because the 2 A's I didn't give you options really.
Yeah.
So out of these 5, which do you think you are more gutted about not reading?
Yona of the Dawn.
You're on the Dawn
Because the Y
was so disappointing.
bottom. So I think I should have gone for the other Y. But also Attack on Titan because it's your favourite Volume 1.
Favorite Volume 1, yeah.
But I think the one I'm most gutted that I didn't pick is Yona of the Dawn. So, the final ranking, Yu-Gi-Oh! Coming in bottom with a 2-star rating from me. Not what I expected it to be. Bored. Didn't like that. The Emperor and I. Cute. No plot.
Random.
Didn't have much substance to it. Yeah.
Just like you, Jade.
But cute illustrations of penguins. Then we've got Dick Fight Island, which actually, like, I think from Dick Fight Island up is where it gets, like, they're all kind of good. Like, from here up, it's all, like, 3.5
You would continue.
plus. Yeah, yeah. So most of them did alright. Dick Fight Island surprised me with the plot. The love story. It was graphic, yeah, of course. There's lots of penises. But surprised me that it actually had substance, you know? Then what have we got after that? The one I just read, The Elusive Samurai there. I've just told you about that one. Gruesome, violent, good time. Not great time, but good time. The Apothecary Diaries would continue. Enjoyed. Weird in places. Still not sure about that one character, but could be funny. But I liked it. Had a good time. Ascendance of a Bookworm. Cute. Just cute. Jujutsu Kaisen. I enjoyed that one a lot.
Yeah. It was exciting.
It was exciting. It is one I would definitely look to acquire myself and continue. And Ragnar Crimson, 5-star. Absolutely loved that. Obsessed.
Yay!
Ta-da!
And you get to keep them all.
No, I don't.
Yeah, maybe not all of them.
Stop trying to give me your books.
But definitely Ragnar.
But I want you to read it as well. Boom! There we go. Thank you, Gavin, for directing this video and exposing me to some new finds.
Well, you are the most welcome. I just wish we had a whole week to do Jadeyraereads in beyond.
And beyond.
And beyond, so that we can read even more of our manga favourites. But thank you for being a great test subject.
You're welcome. And as I think Gavin mentioned during this, let us know if you would have picked the, like, opposite ones to what I did. Like, did I make good choices or not? Excluding Yu-Gi-Oh! Because obviously I didn't. Yeah. Sorry to everyone who loves Yu-Gi-Oh! I feel like I'm going to ruffle some feathers with that opinion.
Or put down below what you would have picked for that we didn't actually even think of.
That's a good
for the
question.
letters. So was there other J manga that we could have picked that you like? Other A manga? And so on.
Are there more E's that we're just missing?
Yes, we need more E's.
There's not enough E's in the world.
There really isn't.
But yeah, I will wrap it up here. So thank you ever so much for watching. Hope you've had fun. And yeah, I'll see you in whatever comes next.
Bye!
Bye!